Hello Internet, this is Alex from Barefaced. Apologies for being gone for so long. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. Basically, we've been very busy here at Barefaced, building cabs, designing amps, lots and lots of stuff. And I paused because I needed to get stuff done, and the pause appears to have gone on for 6 months. But we have been sending guitar cabs and bass cabs all over the world at, I think a greater rate than ever before, which is nice. Doing stuff to the website, which is still a work in progress. Soon you might see some feedback on there. I've got masses, literally hundreds of emails from happy customers. I'll even put up there's probably about 3 that are from people who haven't been thrilled with their cabs, but you know, it's a good hit rate. It's a very good hit rate of general happiness. So I thought for this video I would introduce you to a cab that we've kind of designed and haven't announced. It's part of, well, it's not a new cab, but it sort of is. It's a variation upon a theme. I'm going to twist a thing here, pan down here, et voila. We move out of the way. Oh, there it is. Next to that 4-way, which isn't very elegant, is it? Now, which way do I turn this to tighten it? Tight. No, I'm turning it the wrong way. It is a sensible thread, even if I'm not being sensible. There we are. It's out of focus because it's focusing on me, because it doesn't realise that I am not the star of the show. So I suppose if I put my face near this, here it is. This down here, which I will momentarily unplug. I hadn't planned this, I'm improvising as ever. Here we go. So this is a 210, two 10-inch drivers, S, switchable impedance on the back here, like the 210 has been for quite some years, and a tweeter, which is fully adjustable with the knob here. So with it off, it sounds just like a 210S, but then you can turn it up to get lots of different bass sounds. And when it comes to the 210, I think a lot of people would assume that it's very, well, how we originally marketed it is it was more of a retro, old school sounding thing, but that really is a comparative thing. So compared to a Big Baby or a Big Twin, there's a couple of Big Baby 3s in the corner there. It's nowhere near as accurate. However, compared to a bass cab like an SWR or an Eden, any of those classic 10-inch cabs, tweeted 410s from the 90s in a big way, it's not old school. It's like them. It's part of that family of fat-sounding cabs. Now, one of the reasons for the delay in making more videos was just, well, it's been entirely down to time. There's only one of me, and I get involved in video making, but I'm also answering the emails and running the business and designing stuff and dealing with the finances and all the other joyful stuff that happens when you're a company director. But this stuff takes time, and therefore my approach to videos is trying to find out a way to create content which is interesting and informative and educational in as little time as possible. Hence, I try to do everything as live. Now, when we're trying to show you what things sound like, there then comes the question of miking it. How do we mic it, and what represents it honestly, or do we want it to sound as good as possible, because that will logically sell more stuff. But does anyone believe that stuff that's made to sound as good as possible is really like it is in the real world? Anyway, my solution, which I can't show you because it's mounted on the camera, is a Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. I believe that's what it's called. You can look it up on the interweb. I'll stick a link below. And it's essentially got flat response from 40 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. There's a sort of presence bump in, I think it's around the 5 kilohertz region, but it's only a few dB. It's nothing to be bothered about. It's very typical of lots of mics, good or bad. And then it rolls off at about 40 Hertz. Not that fast. So realistically, it's going to represent the products we manufacture pretty accurately according to the chart. So I did some test recordings yesterday with it, listened back through some decent JBL headphones I've got, and yeah, I think it represents things rather well. It's not a close mic sound. I think if you're going to judge our cabs, then yeah, we can show you stuff with close mics, just if you want to get an idea of how they might sound in the studio or how they might sound mic'd up on stage. But what's more useful is how they're actually going to sound on a gig, and therefore we want something that shows off how they interact with the room. So the mic is up here on the camera. Where it is in the room, it's about, well, this mic is probably 80% of the way from that wall and 20% of the way from that wall, if that makes sense. And it's just off centre in the room, it's quite close to the centre line. The cab, as you can see, is down here, so the cab is slightly closer to that wall than it is to this mic. The mic is actually, it's not at ear level to me. No, it's not going to be at ear level to anyone, it's higher than that, unless you like. It might be ear level for Chris Novoselic or Richard Osman or someone of gigantic stature like that. But it's pointing in the same direction as the lens, so the cab is, I don't know, what's that? 20 degrees off axis, something like that. The cab's vaguely pointing towards it. So what I'm trying to show you is what the cab sounds like. So I'll play some stuff. This is a StingRay Special that the guys at Ernie Ball sorted me out with. We sorted them out with some cabs, which was nice. They are excellent people making excellent gear. This is my excessive pedal board. Apologies, it's what happens when you start trying to do a musical project without a guitarist. I must remember to talk to the camera so you can hear me. Well, let's give you some bass that is clean, and then we'll bring some dirtier stuff in, and we will turn the tweeter to minimum. I've got a looper on here, so I may manage to do something competent with showing you how things sound by turning the knob as this magical version of me keeps playing. We'll see. Turned on the distortion, I didn't want the distortion on. Right, take two. That might not have looped perfectly. I'm new to this, not very good at standing on one leg yet. So, just so you know, I'll talk loudly so you can hear me over this. We're just going through the power stage in an old Jens Benz amp. So it's just straight off the bass, through the pedal board. It's an active bass. There's a buffer on the Peterson Strobo Stomp anyway, so we've got two buffers. But anyway, clean power amp, into cab. I'm going to turn tweet knob. Oh yes, the StingRay set flat. It's a StingRay Special. So that's at 12 o'clock. Tweet knob is at 12 o'clock. Now I'll turn it off again. Back to 12 o'clock. So that's halfway. Now we're going to go to 3/4. And now to maximum. Maximum 3/4. Halfway. Down to about 1/4. And fully off. looping. Now, I'll stop that. Magic. Let's try something with a bit of dirt to give you a reference point. Then I've got this other riff that goes like this. So this is a bit of overdrive from my Fulltone Bassdrive, which oldest pedal I've got, I think. Sorry, I messed that up, but you know. Right, tweeter off, tweeter to 3/4, no sorry, 1/4, tweeter to halfway. This is my hand trying to be like the pointer on the knob. Tweeter to 3/4. Tweeter all the way up, and then going back down, 3/4, halfway, 1/4, 0. Then let's do another sound. So this is the bass drive running into the Machinist. The Machinist is set with the blend channel running full range, so you get all the tone that's coming out of the bass drive, and then it's got a sort of tight fuzz on the top of it, which is I rather like. Right, 0, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. And finally, because you can never have too much dirt, in my mind, let's do it with the final. These are actually the final sections of a song. It sort of crescendos up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. So this, still got the overdrive from the bass drive running into the Machinist. So that overdrive is passing through the clean blend. It's driving the fuzz, which is that tight fuzz sound, and now we've also got the distortion in parallel. So you've got overdrive into distortion, overdrive into fuzz, and overdrive on its own. So all three of those stacked up. you can hear that changes things a lot. I'm standing off to the side, which I would never recommend standing there if you're playing bass, because I can't really hear the full tone, but it was kind of a... If I stand too close to the mic, you'll hear me clattering. At least if that's a bit closer, your ear's going to catch that before it catches this, so hopefully the fact that I haven't got it turned up super loud in here won't be too much of an issue. Other stuff, well, what's probably relevant for a lot of you is what it does for slap bass. Now, I should apologise in advance because I'm very rusty at slap. Also, this video's been going on too long, so let me just quickly... I used to do quite a lot of slap, but then I got an acoustic bass guitar at home, and that has cured me of the sickness. Oh, messy. Anyway, stick that halfway. Loop something so you don't have my clattering. Hang on. Halfway. So that's off. Quarter. Halfway. 3/4. All the way up. Really rusty at slap. Oh, almost stopped it in time. Anyway, 210ST. So that cab there can be had with a tweeter. That is a tweeted 210S. Fully adjustable, so you can turn it right off or you can crank it up. Switchable impedance, 4 or 12 ohms. If that confuses you and you want an 8 ohm cab, email me and I will explain. That tweeter customization can be had on a 110. There's a 110T already on our website, but yeah, that's the one that has a page. But it can be had on the 210, the 410, the 610, the 810 if you're mad and want something gigantic. Selling a lot of 610s, they are brilliant with valve amps, tube amps of any power. 410, 210 as I explained, and also we're doing the tweeter customizations on super compacts and super twins. So you can have a super compact T or a super twin T. So lots of options available. Obviously the 10-inch cabs, the 10-inch cabs, the 10CRs sound different to the 12XNs. They are fatter, warmer, rounder, more character. The 12XNs are much more honest and clean. And they're not genre specific, they depend on your approach, your gear, how you do the bass playing thing. So each person has their own preference. I think we have the right cab for 99% of basses amongst our range. So, thank you. I'll be signing off for now, and next time I will be back sooner. How do I turn this off? Just like that? Yes, thank you, goodbye. Hello again, goodbye, it's been me.